guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to come and give you guys a quick video on this whole K. Michelle and Tamar Braxton situation. Now, if you know anything about these two, you know they have been feuding since 2012. These two have been feuding since 2012, and that is crazy because how do you stay mad that long? Now, K. Michelle, she was born on March the 4th of 1982, and she is an R&B singer turned country singer. She is actually really, really good at it. She was actually given a scholarship back in the day for yodeling, and so it came pretty easy to her. Now, Tamar, she was born March 17th of 1977, and she is actually part of the Braxton clan. They had their own group back in the day, and they are from Severn, Maryland. But if you know anything about Tamar, and when she got older and was on the Braxton family values, you knew that she had a mouth on her from day one. Even her sisters would tell her, "Girl, calm down." Now, what's crazy about all of this is, in the beginning, this had nothing to do with them. They didn't have any previous beef. It all started when K. Michelle told her story about her DV situation, and she let it be known, this is what happened to me. Even though she didn't say who it was, people within the industry knew who it was, and Tamar was friends with his new wife. And so in that lady's defense, Tamar came out and gave her opinion, as she has always done, and K. Michelle did not like that. I'm going to let you guys watch what K. Michelle first said to spark off their beef in the beginning. Check this out.
Champion hoodie cone head on and he just flipped out?
No. We was having a normal argument, and it would get more and more intense. You know what I'm saying?
You said somebody's daddy. You said something like
that's why you can't find your daddy.
That's why you can't find your daddy.
No, I pop off. I tell you the truth. Like, I will say something to you that I might not supposed to say, but I didn't do that. That's not
what
what
you
it
say
was.
that caused him to hit you?
You know what? I think we was fighting about a performance. I said the sound was bad, and I was like, you can't tell me to get up there. The sound is bad, and he, the boss, I'm already big mouthed, and it just got, okay, I'm tired of this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Just like Rashida and her husband.
Yeah, like, you got to be real about it. I wasn't sitting there innocent. I never said that, but I didn't hit you first.
Right.
I did not. I didn't do anything.
Was
you
it a
blacked
yoke
out.
or was it a two-piece? Because there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, if you grab a girl to restrain her, chill.
It wasn't that. I was smothered with a towel. You smothered me. You hit me in my head.
Oh, damn.
With a bottle. I was bruised
With a
up.
bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, he got
but
a
it was
bottle.
a water bottle.
Oh, all right, okay. No, I thought you meant like a Moet
But
bottle or something.
it wasn't nothing small. I was bruised up. I was bleeding. I think what shocked me the most was the smothering. I was crawling to get out of the door.
My goodness.
And he did it again. Once I got away, he yanked me. I had carpet burns. So I was looking him in his face, and it did not look like him. I was like, it's me. I know I was screaming, it's me. So
was that the end right there, or did you go back?
it was kind of the end.
She went back.
No,
You didn't go back? You left right from there?
You're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked. We were talking. All this was after that. I left.
Now, this guy right here, he's the one that K. Michelle was speaking about, and he is a producer for Jive, and he also signed people like T-Pain, but he also ended up marrying Lil Wayne's baby mama, Toya. Now, whenever Toya found out that K. Michelle had did this interview, she did have something to say about it, and this is what she had to say.
Stuff, and I was never going to talk about that because she's so irrelevant to me. But I'm going to say this. The picture she's painting of my husband is not my husband. I've been knowing him for 6 years. I know several women that he have dated that never said anything about abuse. And I mean, if somebody abused you like that, where's the proof? Where's the police report? Where's the pictures? Where's the messages that you claim that he sent threats to your kid and threaten to kill your child. These are things that it don't matter about love. You would be in jail if you threaten my kid. So I'm saying like all these false allegations, like, and she's saying that I said all of this stuff about her, but pull it up. Where is it? Like, I mean, I never said anything about that situation, never addressed it, and I told myself I wouldn't. But today, my friend, before I walked in here, that's why I'm talking about it now. A friend of mine just called me about an interview she did on the Breakfast Club, and I mean, that's my husband. I don't know you, and I was not there when y'all had the altercation, true. But I'm gonna be 100% supportive of my man. I don't know you. I don't know the person that you this abuser. I never met that guy. I don't know nothing about him abusing women or nothing.
Now, Toya and Tamar, they were good friends, or they are good friends. And whenever she saw what K. Michelle had said, she came out and made comments publicly. Like I said, it absolutely had nothing to do with her. But for whatever reason, she felt like it was her job to come out and speak on behalf of Toya. And after that, K. Michelle gave her no grace. Now, this is what Tamar said. Now, Tamar, she publicly expressed her support for Toya, suggesting that K. Michelle was trying to centralize the situation. She even sent K. Michelle a cease and desist letter through her attorneys. And then she also made the small comment, "Oh, have fun, and let the girl sell her fairy tale," which would give someone the thought that she didn't believe what K. Michelle was saying. And I understand, if that's your friend and you want to stand up for her, fine, you can do that. But that is kitchen table talk. You should not bring that to the internet, because after you put that out there, you cannot take it back. And then you cannot tell someone how mad to get or how to react. Now, K. Michelle did make the comment that Tamar did look like a Muppet. And if you have ever gone to school, or you have ever just been teased or anything like that, to me, being called a Muppet was not a big deal, but I feel like Tamar made it a big deal, something to keep her in the circulation of the news and things like that. But as far as Tamar took it, yeah, she can say you look like a Muppet. So what? Call her name and keep it pushing. But you made that a big deal. And that's what made it so funny to everyone. And I don't like to laugh at anybody's pain. But then when you go and you look at it and you're like, a Muppet? Girl, where did you get that from? But I'm going to let you guys listen to what Tamar had to say on the reel. And I'm going to come right back. Listen to this.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because a particular person started saying that I look like a Muppet. Mm-hmm. And people say it so much, sometimes I start to believe it. And so I even asked Vince, I'm like, do I look like a Muppet?
Oh my God.
He's like, absolutely not. But this person has the whole world calling me that. And it's just so devastating, because it takes me back to high school. And, there's nothing I can do about it. But what I can do is what Jeannie does. And thank you, Jeannie. I can act like the world is all peaches and cream and tastes like strawberries. And so I'm going to take that with me today. Thank you.
Stay calm.
Now, even after all of that right there, they both were able to come together at the 2015 BET Awards, and they did perform with Patti LaBelle. So you would think that everything was okay. Even after Tamar said what she said, K. Michelle was still able to put their differences aside and take care of business. And I feel like that is Tamar's problem. She is too emotional. I know that they are both Pisces, so they do carry their feelings on their sleeves, but I feel like K. Michelle does a better job at it, and she keeps it pushing. And even when things come against her, she keeps going. She keeps going. And if it feels like maybe this right here is not working, well, I do have this talent right here too. But I feel like Tamar was dragging it. Now, I will say there is no way that you can go back and find every single tweet they tweeted back and forth to each other because it was really just too much. However, once Beyonce came into her Cowboy Carter era and K. Michelle was already doing country music, because like I said previously, she did get a scholarship for yodeling, so her being in country only made sense. And Beyonce did send K. Michelle flowers, and she told her that she was happy for her and that she was wishing her the best pretty much. And after that, Tamar had something to say. Now, I will read this right here to you guys, and you let me know what you think. Tamar said there are some that should not have been singing country black music. That was awful. It is concerning for me. I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good. And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent for us, you got to represent. It got to be right. Now, I don't know why Tamar would say that, knowing the people who have been in different genres and have crossed over the country, but she did say this. Now, after Tamar said that, K. Michelle said this. How many times are you going to keep calling for something you can't handle upon? It's a rival, huh, Janice? I've grown, I've healed, but I'm not weak. Leave me alone. I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. Then she proceeded to call her a loud, cackling hyena. Now, I will say K. Michelle is right, because if you are still saying stuff or throwing subliminals and you know how you react to things, why would you even bring that up? Just let it go. It has nothing to do with you. But no, she feels like in order to stay relevant, she has to say something. And if that's the way that you want to do it, well, then you have to take whatever comes from the next person. Because like I said, you cannot tell someone how to react to what you say to them. Now, Tamar is pretty much saying she was not talking to K. Michelle, and she doesn't know why K. Michelle would think she was talking to her. But let's be honest, how many R&B artists do you know that have gone from R&B to country and that Tamar has had a beef with? Now, this is what Tamar said. She said, I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country black music that I have heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you the best on all your future endeavors. I only want to beef with the devil. The end. I don't believe that. Now, you can play in anybody else's face, but that's just too ironic. It's too much of a coincidence. And you knew that. So it's kind of like reading the room, knowing that you don't want no problems. And nobody can tell you what to say, but you also cannot tell someone how to respond to you. And you can say a hit dog, a holler, or this or that. But in my opinion, she was talking to K. Michelle. K. Michelle knew she was talking to her, and she knew she was talking to K. Michelle. So don't act like you don't know why she would respond to you. Now, since then, K. Michelle has gone on different podcasts, and Tamar will come up, but her most recent podcast she did with Cam Newton. And this one right here was one that was very interesting. I want to hear what you said. I want to let you hear what she said about Tamar, and I'll be right back.
I talked about my abuse, and I did about me and everything. When I go through bookings and everything, it's always her name. Don't book her for shows. So you're attempting to even stop money for how I take care of my child and everything. All because of what? All because you ain't got no edges. All because of your sister really the star. This is what this is about. All because of the man that you love tried to talk to me before you, in the middle of you, and after you. All because I'm from the country, but you are the bumpkin. It is always something with this loudmouth coyote. And I mind my business. I don't say much. I don't say anything, Cam. But as soon as I say something, it is this and that. I'm to the point I am for Women United and all of this.
Cap.
No, I am.
Cap.
So apparently there is still some tension there. I don't believe these two will ever just be on one accord, And the thing about it is they are both so talented. And even when you listen to them at the 2015 BET Awards, they sound good together. So I just wish that they could both just come to some type of agreement, even if it's you don't talk about me and I won't talk about you, and we'll just let that be that. But I don't think that will ever be the case. And if so, it would be a long time from now. All right, you guys. So I guess that's it. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.